Hey everyone, this is Diabetes with Diabetes Hookah Review. Today we will be reviewing Apple Apple, a flavor by Ugly Tobacco, and we will be smoking out of our versatile hookah with a bell base, a aviator art hose, and a bowl straight from our hookah. We'll get the tobacco ready and I'll show you how we pack it, and then we'll get to smoking.
Before we get started, guys, I'll show you how I pack this. Alright, and we will take a look at the tobacco first. So, not too wet, not too dry, just the right amount here. And the way we are going to pack it is a gravity pack here. So what I'll do is I'll get some of the tobacco, just kind of sprinkle it over the bowl here. And the bowl we're using today is from Ugly here. And it does have the ports on the sides of the inner circle. So we'll want to make sure that we don't pack it too tightly around that area, and that's exactly why we're doing this fluff pack for this. And if we had our THL pack mat here, it'd be a lot cleaner. As you see, I am missing some, and it's getting on my counters. So if we had a pack mat, we wouldn't have that issue whatsoever. Alright, and I am noticing a good bit of stems in this, unfortunately. The first bowl I packed, I did not. So, it's kind of a hit or a miss, it seems like. Alright, so we should have our bowl loaded off enough. What we're going to do is use a picker, clear out our holes, that way we could get our airflow. Just kind of move around the tobacco, make sure that the heat can get through to all of it here. We don't need that huge stem in there. Alright, so we just need just a little bit more there. Got a spot right there. Spot right, oh, right there. There we go. Clean up the counter quick, and we'll get some tin foil going on. Which this bowl is definitely large enough width-wise that it does not support any HMD. Which, with the Ugly tobaccos I've smoked so far, hasn't been an issue. Alright, and just for the basics, shiny side down. It is said to keep the heat in better. Definitely make sure we have a tight fit. Alright, and let's poke our holes here. There we go. Alright, so we will get our coals ready, and then we'll do the actual review.
Now that we have our bowl packed and our coals on, and I'm using currently 3 cubettes from titanium coals. I do have a 4th as a backup, as the cubettes do not last as long as I like them, but since we're not using a heat management system here, I do have one as a backup. Typically we would be using a cube, but not for this bowl. So let's get into the flavor here. So the flavor is a straight black licorice. It's advertised as a apple, but it's pure anise. If you have a sweet tooth and you love black licorice, this is the tobacco for you. It's very natural, does not have that candied artificial flavor, just straight anise if you ever had that straight. As far as the apple, I have not noticed any notes of apple whatsoever. And this This does smoke for a very long time. I probably smoked it for about probably close to 2 hours last night. Typically I like my sessions around an hour, hour and a half, and then I'm ready for a new bowl. This does smoke very well. I did smoke it a little bit slower than I normally do, as personally I do not like black licorice. It's tolerable, but it is most certainly not my favorite. The clouds are fairly good. We'll add that fourth coal on top. That way we could get some bigger coals, or bigger clouds. The flavor is certainly there here, so we'll just put that fourth coal right on the edge. That way, since the bowl is so big, we heat up the whole thing and get our maximum smoke output. So we'll give it a little bit to get warmed up here. But again, if you love black licorice, this is for you. Not too sweet, very anise. There's nothing else. I did send some feedback to Ugly Tobacco over Facebook. He was very receptive. So if you ever do have any issues with your tobacco, I truly recommend you reach out to the brand and let them know. It was probably 1 a.m. my time zone when I reached out to Ugly to let them know about my thoughts. As I let them know, I believe it shouldn't be named Apple Apple, as there is unfortunately no apple in it. I let them know that it should be called anise or black licorice. It is meant to be a lower key note, the apple is. So with that being said, he listened to my feedback and he will be kind of tweaking it in the near future, hopefully, or he's at least going to consider it. So again, definitely reach out to your manufacturers and let them know your thoughts. Clouds are getting a little bit bigger as we go on through the session here. We'll add a little bit more heat, moving that fourth coal towards the inner, since it was right on the lip of the bowl. And it really has been years since I've had black licorice, but taking a trip back, this is definitely black licorice. So I hope you like black licorice. If you do, right now this is the tobacco for you. In the future it might change. We'll keep our ears out from Ugly. They do have a lot of new tobaccos coming out. Well, yeah, they've been on a steady roll. I'm glad to see them back. As far as the buzz, previously when I did my Desert Storm, I believe it was, review, that tobacco did not necessarily give me a strong buzz. It's definitely there. You get a decent buzz. Let's take a look at those leaves again. So it is darker, so I'd like to hope that they went back to being unwashed. There we go, much better clouds now. The flavor's still great. This can certainly take heat. Right now, 4 cubettes here. Well, since you can't see, well, this is the size of my cubette here from Titanium. Your coals, really, any coals will work. I just prefer Titanium. They last long for me, and don't use quick lights, whatever you do. Definitely great clouds here. So with that being said, tastes like black licorice, no apple. Smokes about for up to 2 hours depending on how heavy you smoke. I probably won't smoke it for the full 2 hours since black licorice is not not my favorite here, but if you do, definitely pick it out. Right now, if you go to hookahshisha.com, they're selling three 250 containers, and you get this awesome bowl. This bowl, absolutely flawless here. We'll do a little clip of the bowl, that way you can see it. We'll do that when we're done here, since I have my coals on it, and my tinfoil's not the prettiest covering up the design here. But very aesthetically pleasing bowl, not heavy, and we'll just show you the bowl afterwards. Otherwise, let me know if you have any questions. Great buzz, definitely a great buzz. So if you're looking for a buzz, definitely check out Ugly, and let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts of this review. Otherwise, happy smoking.